I know another host. It's crazy. That's 3 in like 2 months. That's the good thing about my channel, though, is we still have all our hosts and creators because it's just me. Oh, we're rolling. Sorry. What's up, guys? It's me, AJ from BLWA Diecast, and today we're here with a little something different. A Hot Wheels Collector's 6-pack. And I say collectors. It doesn't say collectors on it, but it's definitely more collector-orientated. And I'm very excited to see what these are like. So let's get into it. All right. So I found this at a Barnes & Noble, surprisingly enough. I've actually never gotten anything from Barnes & Noble before. I was just happened to be there and asked if they had any diecast cars, and sure enough, they did. And I was very, very satisfied. I actually got this, and I got this majorette set of Porsches that I went over in that video up here. Whoa. Sorry about that. Knocked over some stuff. That's for a different video, though. For now, we're going to look at these, and I'm very excited, specifically for one of these castings. So let's crack them open. All right, so I figured we'd actually go over the box first. You have all the cars on the front here, Hot Wheels. And one of the cars on the front, some information. Another car on the side, licensing and whatnot. Another car. On the back, we have a bunch of licensing information and a list of all the cars. Then you open it up and you can see all the cars. And, oh yes, some more pictures. Just more zoomed out versions of the pictures on the front. We're going to go ahead and check out the first one, which is going to be the 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. So we're going to figure out how to go ahead and open this box. I think I kind of just need I don't want to ruin it too much. It seems pretty nice. I don't know if there's a market for these boxes or anything. I doubt it. Not just the box, but the cars with the box. Let's see there. There we go. All right. And take out our Mercedes. All right, here's all the cars. And here is our Mercedes in the back there. And I mean, it's an alright car. I mean, it's a basic car. I honestly didn't really even know they still made an A-Class until I bought this. Nothing interesting on the bottom. These rims, I don't feel like I haven't seen these rims too much, but maybe it's because I don't really study Hot Wheels as much as Matchbox. License plate says Hot Wheels Matchbox 20. Or is it, it's MB, it's probably Mercedes-Benz, Hot Wheels Mercedes-Benz 20. Not sure what the 20 means, but very basic, good details all around. Just a basic kind of a hatchback Mercedes, Nothing too crazy about it. Hold on, guys, sorry about that. Just remembered my light. See, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. We got of course, the TriStar logo on the front there. Looking pretty good. Left-hand drive, even though it has a European license plate. I only have one other Mercedes in the collection. It is a wagon. I believe it's a W123 wagon. Here it is, right here. I believe, let's see. Yeah, 1980 Mercedes-Benz W123 wagon. This is the only other Mercedes I have in the collection. I'm not the biggest fan of German vehicles, but I picked this one up because it is in the 6-pack. This car would have started around $32,500. Has 188 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque, which, I guess ain't too bad for a little crossover hatchback type of deal. A very regular, everyday car, and that is, what we like to see. Very cool. And let's move on to the next one. All right, next we're going to pull out the 1976 Porsche 934 Turbo RSR. Sorry about that. I had to make a quick look. I always forget the Porsche numbers. They're kind of confusing unless it's I can get the 911, but I just can't get the different generations. This is a race version of the 911, I believe. I can't remember what race it was manufactured for, but it was manufactured for a race. Let's see, anything on the bottom? Nah, nothing interesting. It doesn't say 1976. I had to do some research to figure that out, but it is a 1976, which I believe the 911 came out in 74, 71, something like that. Um, but this is this is an iconic Porsche with the big ducktail spoiler. You got that 68 on the side. I don't know if that's the real race number or what. Let's see, you got Porsche on the side there. Porsche logo, hood pins. A very classic Porsche. I mean, it really is, and it's beautiful. And it's just such a nice looking car. The gold rims, I think it could do without. I don't really see why the gold rims were necessary. They're all right, but I don't know if they're necessarily how the car would come. And of course, they have a crazy wide body kit on this thing. And I've never seen the real race car, but I'm guessing it's probably, uh, just all a tribute to that. And from our last video, we have this Porsche 911. I believe this is a Carrera. Yeah, Carrera RS 2.7. Similar, I believe this is like a 74. You can see the similarities, though. Very similar vehicles because, they are the same vehicle, more or less. About the same scale, which is good. I like to see that. Very similar colors. Ooh. Some weird paint on the 935. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, the this one is just a little darker in color, though. This one's a little more banana. Doesn't have detailed headlights. I feel like I don't know why they don't. Maybe because of the number, the numbers on there that they ran out of budget to do headlights. But I really feel like on a Porsche you have to do the headlights. They're such an iconic part. It's kind of weird if you don't have the headlights on there, but that's fine. A very good casting nonetheless. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It is I forgot to do the specs on it. It has 485 horsepower with 434 pound-feet of torque, which is really impressive for a 1976 vehicle. That is just like, wow, I didn't believe it. But yeah, I think that's a really impressive number for the time. That's a lot of power for 1976. I wouldn't necessarily buy this casting if it weren't in the six pack, just because the lack of headlights really just make it look weird, especially because it's a Porsche, which, they're such an iconic part. But nonetheless, a cool car. So let's move on to the next one. All right, we're going to jump around a little bit here to the Aston Martin DB10. And, oh, maybe not. Maybe if it won't come out. All right, here we go. Aston Martin DB10. And I know all you people who know your Aston Martins are saying, wait, AJ, there was no DB10. And you'd be right. There was no DB10. This was actually made specifically for a James Bond film. So there only is, I believe, one of these in the world. It's basically a concept car. And it used the same engine as the Vantage. I'm not sure which version of the Vantage, but it was in a Vantage. And just because of the rarity of this car, I wasn't able to really find any specs about it. Like, this is the only one made. So I don't have any specs for this one, but we can definitely investigate its design. I've never seen the movie that it's from, so I'm guessing it's James Bond's car, because, that's really the only reason Aston Martin is prevalent here in America today, is because of the James Bond films, but I love them because of their design. It has that classic Ford Fusion grille, I mean Aston Martin grille, and you have the Aston Martin logo here on the hood. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit there. Yeah, you can kind of see it better. It is there. Don't worry. Very good detailed headlights. Details? Yes. Okay, these are details on the hood. I thought maybe they just, recessed it a little bit. But no, that is painted details or decal details. Very low roof line. It's like a Camaro. You can't see out of that thing. Let's see. Very basic back end. DB10 AGB. I'm not sure what AGB stands for. No Aston logo on the back. Not sure if that's the design of this car or they just ran out of graphics. There are no tail lights. You can see what appears to be maybe an engine cover in the back here. Very good car, though. Again, not one that I would have bought this set for, just because it's not a real car. But I mean, it's still pretty cool, you know, little concept car basically, and it's just a real stylish vehicle by Aston Martin. They honestly could have sold this. I would not have been surprised if they would have sold this, because it doesn't look like a car from a movie. It looks like a real car. Sadly, it was never homologated though, which they really should have done. All right, well, not much to say for that one, so we'll move on to the next one. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and grab the 2019 Audi R8 Spider. This is the convertible version of the iconic R8 supercar, and it's pretty good. The main thing that sticks out to me is that these little air inlets aren't black, when on like every production car that I've ever seen pictures of, they are black. But it's fine. It's it's a main detail of the car, but the rest of the casting is still really good. R8 Spider on the European style license plate. Got the Audi logo there. You can clearly see it. Iconic headlights. Nothing crazy on the bottom either. These are all pretty basic castings, to be honest with you. And there's nothing truly remarkable about any of them. They're just all, they all add a little bit to the collection. This is one that I bought this set for. This and the last car we're going to review. I'm saving it for last. But I mean, yeah, this is an iconic car in a convertible form. I honestly don't know if I even knew they made a convertible R8. Spider, I guess. So we have the gas tank right there. Detailed interior. The very flat steering wheel. Very pretty color. I'll give it that for sure. A very pretty color. Nice blue. And I believe this is like the third or fourth Audi in my collection. I don't have many. I have an Audi TT, and I have a, what's it called? What's their wagon? The RS6 Avant. I have an RS6 Avant. Here, let me grab it. All right, here it is. 2004 Audi RS6 Avant and an Audi TT RS Coupe. But those are the only Audis I have. Simply because, like I said before, not a huge German car guy, but a Spider is pretty cool. R8 Spider. So I picked it up as well with the other cars in this collection. Very cool though. Be nice to have for my modern cars. Next, we'll move on. I am off my game, guys. Forgot to say, this Audi the base model started at $226,000 and had 533 horsepower with 348 pound-feet of torque. Very powerful, but honestly, I thought I'd have more torque than that. Anyway, sorry about that. Let us continue. Next, we have a BMW 2002, and this one is definitely not my cup of tea. It is some kind of modded BMW, and it's just eh. I believe it is the same casting as the Matchbox 2002, which I have, is a 1969 version of the BMW. This one I picked up because it was in a 5-pack. Again, not that I really care about the car. This, I mean, I guess it's like an M version or something. It has like kind of the M colors on it. Racing number 02. It's alright. Looks like it's this Canon. I don't know if that's like the camera company or is there a different Canon. It's a cool casting for what it is. Not my cup of tea. Definitely not why I picked up the pack. On the bottom, not much. I don't think. It doesn't even say what. Oh no, it does. BMW 2002. Tan interior. Very basic. Nothing really to say for this car. There's no front or back details, which is a huge takeaway for me. But I don't know. I guess the wheels are kind of cool. Got the teal stripe. It'll find a place in the collection somewhere. With that out the way, we'll move on to the car that I've been looking forward to most in the collection. All right, this is the 2020 Jaguar F-Type. And I've been looking for this casting for a while. The car itself isn't that cool, but I think it looks really cool in 1/64th scale, and that's why I've been looking for it. And I found it, and that's the main reason I got this one, even though it is in orange. A very interesting orange, but it's still pretty cool. The Jag started at $62,750. The base level engine had 296 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque, which is all right figures. One thing I'm noticing about the casting that's really bugging me is they did not do. Well, it's molded in there, but they didn't do the Jaguar logo, which is a huge takeaway. That's such an influential piece of the design. Kind of just looks like a video game unlicensed car. But the side profile is cool enough. Got the aggressive headlights. You can see the wraparound taillights too. Of course, it's a coupe body style with a fastback. They kind of ruined the back too. Why? Why did they have to include that black piece right there? Just kind of weird. Of course, we got the taillights. Not very many graphics on this car at all, actually. Just the headlights and the taillights, which is really surprising. But yeah, I like the silhouette of this car a lot. Honestly, I don't care about Jaguar as a company. This is only my third Jag, and I don't care for them at all. But I do like the silhouette of this car, and it's another sports car, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so that is this Hot Wheels 6-pack collector's series kind of that I found. A lot of cool cars in here. Would I buy another one? I don't know. It would really depend on the content of the cars. I like all the ones that are in here, and it was a decent price. I think it was like $15 for 6 cars, which really isn't that bad. But yeah, I do like it. Highlight of the set, I would have to say for me, is knowing now that they didn't like put the logo on it or anything. I think this R8 is really cool. The R8 and the Jag, I would say, are my highlights from today's video. But all the cars are pretty nice, and they all have a spot in my collection. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.